stack back there.
We talked a lot about how this team is more adult, and just how pleasing was it for them to everybody contributing to it.
Well, we've got a lot of these guys that have been with us for a long time, and they've been in games like this. And obviously, we've got the utmost respect for Nate and his staff and what he's done with this program in this time here. And it was going to be a difficult game if we could stay in it for as long as we could, and knowing how explosive they can be. And with Jemima Mashak and Santi and Josiah, guys that have been around for a long time, they've made a lot of plays, especially defensively. Josiah getting on the glass. He does what he does, but both teams had to deal with foul trouble early in the game. We wanted to try to go inside as much as we could, but they did a terrific job of warding that off. But our older guys were the ones that, the guys that have been in these type situations were the ones that really stayed in there with us and helped us at the end.
So Ben, Mike, Raj, asking.
Rick, going off of that, do you feel like this win kind of displays what the program has been built on, those scrappy, hard-nosed, tough plays and not really flinching in adversity?
Well, we struggled to score, and we first half that might be the most air balls I've seen us ever shoot in half. And but again, both teams were playing the hard stuff. They were, and both teams were battling. There was a lot of individual battles going on, and as I said, Nate's team was terrific and really hard to guard. But our older guys have been through a lot, and they talk about it, being in these type games. And from my standpoint, being on the bench, at no point in time, and you see them flinch. They just kept saying, we just got to stay in it, keep grinding, and they did that. And again, I got to give all the credit to the players and really the older guys, because I thought they were terrific.
How pleased were you with the way the defense showed up in the final 14 minutes?
Well, and so many times, and you guys have watched this a lot, they feed off Jemima Mashak. When he goes out there, and we didn't want Z to have to guard Mark Sears all night long, and the Stratas, those guys were hard guards. Really to stay in front of them and work them, but again, we needed everybody. We knew that, again, they're capable of hitting with those bolts of lightning where they can hit you with 2, 3, 4 threes in a row. We wanted to try to stay away from that as much as we could. But defensively, we wanted to try to stay as aggressive as we could. And the biggest thing in the second half we just talked about, we've got to get a shot. The first half I thought we were probably excited, amped up a little bit. I don't see our guys miss, and they missed a couple shots really poorly. We don't want them to do that, but the fact we only had 2 turnovers in the second half was huge too.
Coach, how crucial was it to survive that first half with Jonas until they put on the bench?
Well, coming in, with this group, we knew that we were a real possibility we would go at the 5 and Jemima, because those guys, since they've been here, they've guarded every spot on the floor. And we thought about coming in and we might get to that at some point in time. Didn't know when, didn't know it would be that early. We had worked hard, again, trying to go inside, but Nate knew that too. He had his team extremely well prepared for that. And even when we got in there, they were knocking it loose and making some plays, blocking some shots, and they were quick to the ball down there. We needed to be quicker to get rid of it. But the fact is, we thought about it at some point we might go with that line.
Auburn went on a big run the other night. Alabama was on a big run tonight. What was it about this team that's going to answer the run in the second half?
Well, we tell our guys all the time it's a game of runs. We felt like we had a run left in us, and we felt like that. And we talk about it all the time. Basketball is going to be a game of runs when you're playing quality teams like we've played. In this league, every night that those teams that can go on. I think they finished the last 4 minutes on a 13-2 run. And during that stretch, we shot 5 threes, and we shouldn't have. We were in a position to maybe get to the free throw line, but we settled some, and some of them I could say they were open, but the fact is, give them credit because they called their way back in it, and again, we just feel like it's a game of runs, and like I said, we felt like we had one left in us, if we could stop it.
We'll go Ryan, Wes, Page.
I feel like that was the concern that first trying to get the ball
Say that again, sorry.
I think it's must be a concerted effort for the straight to this kid ball this season.
Getting the ball out of Parker's hands.
Well, I think everybody's going to do that. When you see what he did the other night, but again, I don't want a guy standing around watching Dalton play. When we call his number, we want him to do what he needs to do. You know, he was the one that said, hey, put me in a ball screen, let him double team me, let me get the ball to Jonas, and Jonas will make the play. I mean, he said, I'm going to get it out of the double team. And the other night, that worked for us. It worked again tonight because Jonas made some couple good reads out of there. And, you know, the big three, I think Jemiah won and Josiah. And that was all, you know, like a hockey assist from Dalton. And then we did try to post him down the baseline, and he made one really big play in the middle of the lane. Then he settled on a shot out there he shouldn't have taken. But we don't, you know, I mean, he obviously is a weapon, but he didn't have a particularly great night tonight. And we found a way to win. And we found this year we won a lot of games where he didn't do what he did the other night. And he's like any player, if he gets going like that, we've had Z like that sometimes. We play through him or Santi or somebody, but we don't have to solely rely on him if we get everybody hitting on all cylinders and execute.
What's Jemiah been like to kind of coach and go through it this season? I know he's had some moments where he's had games where he's played maybe 1.5 here or there, and then some moments where he's back out there rolling. How's he done?
Well, like you would expect, you know, he's a team first player. He's a team first guy. He, you know, he's like I think most players. One, I love him to death because his toughness, his defense, what he's elite at. When he does what he's really good at, and tonight I thought offensively, I can almost say I thought he might have played his best game he's played since he's been at Tennessee because he did the things we wanted him to do. We told him, you're open, we want you to shoot the ball. The three, he knows when he made some great plays, driving to the lane, creating traffic, getting them to suck in and kick it out. His defensive plays, I mean, he had a rebound, I think, and then he ran one down at half court, kept it alive. But he and Santi and Joe, their hands are elite. All three of those guys, and Jemiah, actually, they have elite hands. But in some ways, I mean, I was watching him tonight, and I thought he was as locked in and played as close to what we need him to do as since he's been here. But he is defensively. It's hard to keep him off the floor when he's that smooth and knows what he needs to do on the offensive end. He's a real weapon for us.
Going off that with Jemiah, with about 6 minutes left, made a three-pointer. The defense was still they do for the job. How much of that sequence encompassed by Meshack is as a player?
A lot. I mean, he's like I used the term a minute ago about a bolt of lightning. He can do that to you because of what he can do with his defense. He can come up with some plays and rebounds, and he runs down. He does. Honestly, we've already in sports before he does all the dirty work. A lot of players, but it's a talent. Not a lot of guys want to buy into that part of it, but he has an extreme talent there. He plays hard. He has great cardio toughness, high-level competitor, and he actually came up to me prior to the Texas A&M game. He said, because when we went there and lost, he played at the time we were really substituting he and Josiah before, and he hadn't gone the big lineup. He said, Coach, you've got to give me a chance to guard guards. You've got to give me a chance. And since that time, we have, and I told the coaches, you know, what was I thinking, getting away from him doing that because he's elite at it, and he embraces it. But just proud of him as a group, again, being in the huddle with him tonight, hearing those guys coach each other and talk about what they need to do, and they were really locked in and focused on an excellent team and an extremely hard team to beat.
So Joe over here, then Noah in the back.
You guys are alone in first, week left. How important is just that achievement to the SEC regular season, especially in this year in the SEC?
Well, I've said many times that I think this league is the best it's ever been since the 9 years that I've been in it, and I don't know if anybody's had a tougher closing schedule than we've had. Where it is what it is. I mean, it's where it worked out, and but again, we got another week to go and against two ranked teams. And I think every team we've played with has been ranked. Every team we played with now is going to be an NCAA team and a team that can play deep into March. But we just try to keep our focus on what's at hand, not feel too good about anything. But again, I appreciate what they've done. But they know we're going to get right back at it and go to South Carolina where, if I had a vote for national coach of the year, I'd give it to Lamont. It's amazing what he's done with his program and doing great turnarounds. But we're not done, and we'll see what plays out.
I don't want to hold up Alabama's players, so last question will come from Caleb here.
What did you think about what Jordan Manning did in the first half?
He was good. He kept us in it, and then I thought he got a little amped up, and because again he doesn't miss shots. Jordan's he missed them, but when he was in there, again, we've got a team. We can play. You guys mentioned it. We can play a lot of different ways. And we got. We know we can put a team out there with Dalton and Josiah on the perimeter with two bigs. There's a lot of different, whatever it takes, that's what we'll do, and it's kind of been our thought process. Whatever we've got confidence in our team and our bench, and we're going to use it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll have Tennessee.